Hey everybody, how are you? Hey everybody, how are you? Okay, it's echoing again and again. I just muted myself on here. So this is switched off. Let's get on board. Hey PC, Gartli, Siddiq, what's going on? And we got Shrad and Takan. Hey, how are you? So you guys can hear me clearly on YouTube and on Zoom as well. All good? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Alrighty, let's have a look what's going on. So what do we have on here? So this is my setup. Let's have a look at the chart. So what's happening? We dumped down, okay? And I see that price is again pumping up. It was trying to hold this area for quite some time, right? Finally broke above and came to 1831 level. Okay. So now this is the breakup structure retest that we could be looking into at this point, right? But it could be higher as well. If you see the momentum, if you see that it really wants to go higher, we could be getting a little high 32-ish area, tap a bit higher in this area, maybe somewhere here to these wick, and then take another plunge bottom side. And I'm expecting maybe again test this area. Okay, so over here I was looking at two things. Number one, it had a low at 1821. It came back down and made another low. So now we have two bottoms already in this area, right here. There is a possibility that overall, after ranging here for some time, we keep pumping up and go back all the way to up here. Anything above this line that I have drawn, 1821, we're still very bullish. Okay, above this line, we are still very bullish. Why do I say that? Because I'm only looking at the structure the way it seems. Also, let's have a look at the daily, how it looks like right now. Yep, look at that. So it has wicked in this area, okay? And if it's going to cross below this, it's going to start making lower low. And then a lower high could be expected and structure could be changed, right? So if that's not happening, that means we just came back down, retraced the move, and now we could be pumping up again. One more thing, for this push up, we broke the structure on the left hand side on this smaller time frame. So yes, we can look into all of this right here got corrected and tapped a little bit lower. So when we're looking at the retracement for this, so we got 100% all of the retracement back, right? All of this retracement back for this area. Now, if we look at the retracement for this push to the bottom side, how much have we already taken at this point? It's almost 50% in this area that we have retraced, right? And I think it could be just stay here for a little while, maybe some time, and prepare itself. And if we are going to reject this, well and good, then we can come back down to 26 and then 24-ish area. Otherwise, we could be pumping higher as well after taking a little bit of rest in this area. It can continue the push to the top side to this area and even correct it all the way. Because we have been, since yesterday, very volatile, up and down, wacky moves, right? And we already have taken a very, I think, positive week on gold altogether in this area. So that's it. I am right now, looking at this rejection and scalp in a small sell and then buy both. I took a buy in this area. It pumped up, rejected again, came back, took my entry out. I am in buys from 1821 when it rejected this area. And I mentioned on Telegram as well. I did not have much time today, so I could not post it on the general Telegram, but I posted it on here, the other one, the private Telegram, that I am looking for a buy setup in this area. Plunged down very close to 20, did not even come down to 20, 21.070, and then up again. All right. So after that, it took a break right in this area for some time, stayed here, and I think we stayed here for more than 2 hours or so. Yeah, 4 hours. So I have been trying to see if it is going to create double top or is it going to create triple top. It looks like good resistance. But when it is rejecting and rejecting and rejecting, making higher highs, then that's it. You should be losing hope to go further down for more retracement. It's ready to pump up again. That's all what it did. This type of candle usually gets filled up, and it did, not straight away, but with the next one. And then we just retested this and started flying with this 30-minute candle when we opened just right now. And hey, Sasha, how are you, Karen? I'm good. So, guys, what did you do in Zoom here? Charles, Sadiq, Kabiru, Ian, Mary, PC, Rick, Johan, what did you guys do? Did you trade that? Did you secure? Scalps were really easy today, even today. They were not too bad, but I have taken them and I've secured most of them. They were not giving me loads of pips, but 20, 30, 40 pips because it was a tiny range. Since morning, since we opened, all it is doing is just melting down. All it is doing is just melting down. So I took a sell in this area earlier, right? Because we bought here. Even when we were buying in the Asian session right here, it pumped up, came back down lower than that, and then continued to push to the top side. That's all what happened. And I think the best would be to be patient right now. Let the volume be. It's Friday anyway. Look how it has retraced back up again, right? That's why you have to be very, very careful. You have to wait for further confirmation, maybe a little high time confirmation before you make a move. It's Friday, it's wacky, it's volatile at one moment when it just dropped down all the way. So I think you guys were here, right, when we called this out that, okay, let's buy it on 15-minute when we were charting. So I can quickly have a recap with all of you what exactly we did yesterday and what were we expecting today and where did we find the candle. It was a nice bearish candle, and since then till now it made a lower low, equal lower low, and then pushed higher. So let's have a quick recap. Siddiq said he took no trades today yet, missed 1820. Okay, no worries. We will get a move. Some move would be right now, but you have to be a little bit patient. If you couldn't take a buy in this area, then I am expecting some sort of retracement. So let it clear out a little bit more. Is it going to respect this area? Does it want to continue pushing higher, and how high does it want to go? Because I see in this area there is one OB on smaller time frame right here. Okay, this is one OB that I see on there. And then if it really wants to come, it could be 37, it could be 40, 42. Why am I saying and calling out all these levels? Because we have a big OB in this area. Loads of orders were placed, wick down, wick up. So that's why we were trying to do exactly what we did in this area. Now we did it in this area. So what's the plan like? Are we going to do exactly the same thing in this area 2-3 days and then dump down? Or maybe this time we're going to make a higher high. What do you think? What's your idea, by the way? Kabiru, have been away from charts, just watching the weekly close candle for a better week ahead. Nice. Kabiru, how was yesterday? Did you take all those trades that we were looking into earlier? Or you couldn't? Let me see your two trades. It was a good trade. Sadiq, I could see your trades. I think one was stop loss and the second one was good. That's amazing. I went to work, then I couldn't do the charting. So when I'm in the hospital, it's hard for me to um, look at all these levels and have, and unless and until I do it, I can't do it on the mobile. It's not that easy for me. So the body is at 33, this area, guys, right here. So I want to see how high does it want to come. Is it going to just test back and then continue the push to the top side, or which way we will be going? So it was pretty simple. We don't have a lot of people. I think there's still some time that everybody wants to join in for on here on the Zoom so that we can recap yesterday's move. I posted the chart on what's that, Instagram, and on Telegram as well. They were nice moves. I really think that they were good moves that we have looked into right now. And this level here on a smaller time frame. In the meanwhile, let's put this on. Okay. In the meanwhile, let's put this level on. This is important as well. This area right here, exactly how we called out this area right in here, 40 to 42 area for this high. So we could be looking at it right now. Maybe for today's high, it is a possibility that we could be looking into this. So if we close above this, then next area of interest could be right here. So all I'm going to do is just draw a small zone and then see how it goes. And please, please, please consider these as a zone. It is not one area that we are just coming into. For the rejection second time that we are having on here, I'm happy to take another scalp. So on 5 minutes, we're just side by side candles right now. Barcodes, look at them. Hardly any wick. My, oh my. The same thing happened here. So are we going to copy the same thing? We're going to do that for a little bit so that this push up could be relaxed a little bit, grab some liquidity, and then further. You never know. Can you not hear me, Kiran? Can you not hear me? Or you can? I am on Zoom as well, together at the same time. So this push down isn't too bad. So far, so good. So far, so good, but I don't trust it for too long. It could be only the break of structure retest. And if it comes down to the break of structure retest, it's going to be 27 in this area. So just have a small line in this area. Because it broke out of this structure to the top side, maximum it can come in this area and then retest or continuation. It all depends, even if it's going to come down 20 more pips or not. You never know. It is right now 15 pips down already. So that is something. 27.5. Yes, BC, exactly. Nope, I was away from the chart. The moves looked easy, quick, and nice. Yes, yesterday's moves were very, very good. We almost caught all of them and did not leave anything on the board. And I am very happy. That's why I'm pretty chill today. I'm not looking for something too big. And I already have an entry here. Left a runner, stop loss at break even, and that's it. So I secured. When it started pushing up, guys, on a smaller time frame, when it started pushing up, unless and until it was just pushing in one direction, that's good. So I secured my first position here because I saw a quick 5-minute candle in this area. So I thought maybe it's going to respect this and go back again for the retest, because each time we were pushing a little bit higher, we were coming back down, higher, coming back down, higher, coming back down. So I did not trust it too much, but I put my stop loss at break even. So I secured my one position here, secured my second position in this area, and third position, I put it at stop loss break even. So I do not enter all of my risk together. I put my risk in portions. So I take one, 2, or 3 entries, and then I let them be. And the same thing I did when I was trying to look for a drop down from here. So we dropped down, I think it was around 20 pips or so. So this was the area that we were interested in for a sell. And then we got it, but we got only the retest to the breakout structure. This is where we broke out of. We did not even want to come down deeper here or here. So we moved up. So you have to look at it like that. So we moved up. This time frame will be able to explain better. Simple and easy, push to the top side, coming back, and then this is the area, okay? It is the area which was the high earlier, and then it broke out of the structure, made a new high as compared to this high, and then so we call it break of structure. When this is the break of structure, price came back down to retest the break of structure only, and then it went up to retest high again, failed a few times, range in this area, but it was unable to either break above or break down. So it ranged in this area for some time, and after that it pushed to the top side. Now this push to the top side right now, first break of structure again is this area. Exactly. So what could we be expecting? Like it came back and retraced this area. Is it going to maybe come back or retrace this area or not now? This leg is not complete. So break of structure or retests happen when one leg is completed altogether. So I don't know if it's completed or not. We will figure it out. But so far it was showing a good rejection on 30 minutes. Yeah, after 30 minutes, it was showing good rejection to this area. And that's all we got right now. Now, one more thing, those who are new and watching me for the first time on YouTube, I do not stay in the trade. I put it on break even. If it is coming back to my entry again after giving me my 10 pips, I'm going to jump out of the trade. Okay, so my target, I usually scalp. And when I take a scalp, I secure 10, 15, 20, whatever, if it's going in my direction, pips. When it starts showing me any candles or some sort of resistance or support, then it depends if I'm long or short. I just wait, secure some, and then leave the rest at the break even. Okay, and I don't worry about that. I'm happy to give it back to the market. So my runner does the job. Hope it's clear for all of you, those who are watching me. And if it's in a trend, so the runner that I left in this area is good. It's giving me right now 81 pips. Okay, so the runner that we left in this area, it's good because it's continuing the push in one direction. Even if it retraces in any one of this direction, for example, it starts making high, this runner, or you enter more position, this runner, they all could be adding up and you can secure your main positions, right? And then when it starts making a low, and then a lower high and start coming down, when it comes down and starts making a lower high, or you can say head and shoulder pattern, whatever, so I start securing, getting the hint that it could be it. Let's take out 80% of these positions. So I take out 80% and usually leave 20% on. Okay, so that is one strategy that I always follow, and I follow it like very religiously. I do not break my rules. I used to break my rules, and I used to have loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of losses, and I was not consistent. Since I started following the rules and the trade plans, I'm doing much better. So similarly, on this push down, it could be the break of structure retest to this area, because this was the structure initially, right? This was the structure it pushed up, It came down all the way. Now on the way back up, we could be looking at this position. So it's mainly structure that I'm trading. And then other than that, I can put on all the moving averages and everything else. Okay, so we do not risk more than 2% of our account, just 2%. And then when this 2%, I divide it into 3 or 4 positions, whatever the chance. If it's too volatile, I cannot add too many positions. Whatever I can add, if it is going too far, then I just try to be careful with my entries, right? So I add only dynamic risk. I do not like to add a lot straight away. I want to see if it's moving in my direction and then continue adding more. Hey JP, how are you? Sasha, weren't you concerned that it was going to go further down after it broke 1 minute support? Where exactly? 1 minute support at what price level? 80.22? Okay, let's see. It's a good question that you guys ask me why, and I love all those whys. Oh, here, in this area. No, I took it once it popped up. So I did not take it here. So I told you I was at work, right? So when I'm at work, I'm taking an entry on my mobile. So I saw that, and it is, yeah. So I saw this, okay, and I scalped, but it came back, took me out, okay, like it did in the morning for Asian. So I am very much aware of this position of gold. What it does is this, and then it goes deeper down and then goes up. So many times we have explained, I have explained this exact same thing this morning in Asian as well. Who remembers that? Who remembers that? On a minute chart, I think Gartley was there, Navy, you were there, right? And I explained this. Who else was there? You took it. You still took it. No. Okay, I'm really laughing at that. I explained it once when Navy came on, and I explained it before he came on as well. And it's a very common thing that gold does all the time. It's not something that it is doing it just right now. So we have seen it, and I think I talk about it daily. So what it does, guys, at any area where either it's trying to create some support or it is trying to, let me explain it one more time, okay? Now it has retested this on 15 minute, and so far 15 minute is pushing down, which is good, okay? You anticipated that move. There you go. Kabir learned it, right, Kabir? It's amazing. So let's have a quick look. Before I explain that, just give me 1 second. I want to see here in this area on 15 minute one thing, and then I'm going to explain that. Before I see that, I want to identify the channel or high, low before they work. I mean, with a few bit already that's happening right now. I want to see how far are we going to. So you all know that we have 4-hour channel and all of that. And just want to see a few more things. And then we're all good. Yep, we made on a smaller time frame right here, trying to understand what's happening. Although it's a barcode side by side, as I said earlier, but it broke down a little bit in this area. And on 15 minute, this is how it was. So it retested this area, came down, but again rejected. So kind of double bottom again. So I think it wants to spend another 5-6 minutes here. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Keep watching. So this setup that happened here, it has happened like countless times. You pick any support and resistances, and look at that. For example, if this is the area, right? It's going to go down, make a lower low. When everybody's like, awesome, you're going down, it just popped up and then make a move. Okay? And it has happened even for tiny ones, tiny areas. many times. And on 1 minute, 5 minute, I see it like all the time. And that's how I am very cautious about the move. Look at that. So it had to come down in this area, right? So what did it do? Stayed here, stayed here, stayed here, stayed here, stayed here, and plunged up and then went back down. So always be ready for that. And the best way to, the best way to deal with this is if you want to take an entry, you have high time frame and all of this in your mind, right? All the time frames you keep in your mind, and then you see what's happening on 1 hour, what's happening on 4 hour, what's happening on daily. We always look at all different time frames, then we go back down on the smallest time frame that we can get, that is 1 minute on MT4, and then come down to that and look at the area. For example, this is the area. Where did it go? I missed it. No, you're here. Okay, let's find it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hi. Oh, right here we got it. So what we do here in this area, it's very simple. Because I've practiced it, maybe it's very simple for me. But if you practice it, you'll say the same thing. Exactly what I'm saying. It's very simple. So once, for example, you're looking for a sell setup, right? And you think it's ready. So if you take an entry in this area, okay, and you want to scalp initially, of course. So I believe that in a day, we need only, it has almost come back to my entry and 2 pips away. So if it comes back, it's going to take me out to the sell position, just an update. So when you take an entry anywhere here, you take an entry based on this and you're like, perfect, it's going to go down. And then it pushes down. Your stop loss should be at break even. Okay. And then you should be securing most, looking on the left hand side what's happening. When it starts making higher high and then it retests, rejects again. With this candle, it's confirmed that it's going to continue a little bit more again. Then you see this level again. First, you see this level, breakout structure, and then you see maybe the other possibilities that it's going to make up, double top, and then when it comes up, your runner should be out. At any moment, you should not be holding drawdowns. Okay? So, for example, you should not be holding your trade from here to here. I don't do that. 20 pip, oh well, not at all. Not at all. I don't want to take losses. Why would I stay in a trade in a hope for more pips? But more pips will come to me themselves. I'll find the setup again. It made a double top and we sold again. And this thing happens on all different time frames. Keep happening. What time is it? Okay, 1 hour candle is about to close. Guys, I gotta see this. I gotta observe this, what's happening on. I'm sorry, I changed my time frames quite a lot because I keep an eye on all different time frames. If 15 minutes is about to close, I'll be looking at that. If 5 minutes is about to close, I'm going to be looking at that, and on and on. So look at this area, look at all of that. I want to see if it is going to be respected or not. What are our expectations? And because I'm already in a buy, I have taken a few scalps earlier as well, I'm positive. But if I have to find a trade, what would be my next idea? So what's the analysis that you guys have in your mind? What level? Do you think it could be 34 or you think it could be 38 all the way? 34 or 38? Or only 32? Don't want to go more than that. Maybe only 32. And when I'm saying 32, that is here, you have spare 5-6 pips. Price, I'm not a fortune teller. So it's not going to come exactly pinpoint 32. It could be higher or lower. Hey Samuel, how are you? Mary said 34. Oh, by the way, Mary is our winner. Right, Mary? So yesterday when we were trading and we were looking at our charts and some possible moves, they are on the Telegram. The Telegram group is in the description, the free one. We posted, I don't know if I posted it over there or not. I'm good, I'm good. Yes. So we saw that. Oopsie. Siddiq, I'm going to mute you. You can unmute yourself. I don't know it's Mohsin or Siddiq, but there's some noise. Unmute yourself when you want to talk. New hour just about to start. Exactly. It just right now. It has started right now. And this time we expect some volume. Okay, we expect some volume at this time. I think it's going to go ahead and retrace a little bit, at least to 26, and then to 24, and then to 28. So I'm going to divide it into 3 or 4 areas. So step by step, first TP could be 26 area, and then okay, let's put down. So first TB could be somewhere in this area, breakout structure retest, and then the second one I could be looking at down here in this zone, and the third could be later, further deeper down. Right, so let's have a look. What does it want to do right now? So far, it is trying to push up. I want to see how high, and then I want to see candle trying to create some sort of resistance for my confirmations from 1 minute to 5 minutes, and I want to see that which level, if is that a good level that we could be interested in, because we have a whole wick in this area, all the wicks in this area. So it could be anything. It could be the high of this 32 area, 32.9, 33 area as well if it wants to. So let's see what it wants to do. Does it want to even sit here for a certain time, and then we are going to be looking for a move? It's the game that you have to play with a lot of patience. Lot of patience. We had such huge moves yesterday that today it could be exhausted. Where the price is now is mid-level but favoring sells price action. Exactly, that's why we are looking for sell. That's why we are looking for sell, but we did not close below 21. That's the thing, Kabiru, that you have to keep in your mind. Above 21, we could still be bullish because we did not make a lower low. 5-minute candle will be closing in next. So this is the first minute of the avid. This is the second minute, a nice doji reversal pattern. It could be enticing sellers. Let's see. And then pushing down. If you want to risk anything, I'm not going to have my stop losses too big. If it comes back to my entry, better to jump out and then let it go. So let's wait and watch. $34, $35. Yeah, it could be anything, to be honest. It could be any level in this area, because what we did yesterday, I'm keeping an eye on this, because what we did yesterday was, let's recap it so that we can have a good view. So this is how we opened in this area. We pushed higher, and then we stayed here 4 or 5 hours until we got a push up. We had one entry in this area for sell, and then it pushed down, retest here again, and then pushed back up. This time, if you all remember, I put that all on there on the Telegram, saying that this is all an order block. Are you guys okay? Oh, good. So it just dumped down, and when it dumped down, I was looking at 25. But it gave 24, 25 area. It gave us really low. That was 21. And then we took a buy on 1 minute. So first we took a buy on 5 minute, 25. Yeah, I think first it stayed here until 25, 18.25. So we bought there. It gave us, I think, 30 pips. And then it continued back, came back to the entry, took the runner out, and then we dumped down again. We bought again, and it just shot up and flew all the way here. Right now it's coming up, making a high. 1832 on the way. Yes, Taken, actually I am not using my ether cable at the moment. That's the reason. That could be the reason. Okay, rejection again. If I'm looking at on 5 minute, it does not look too bad in this area. Look at that. Coming out, popping up. 32 tapped almost. 32 tapped already. So yes, from the way all the way down, we already have Kabiru tested it already. When we came onto the stream, we did the fib level. It was at 0.50. So we have identified that. And this level could be 0.618, second level of interest, and then of course 6. So yes, these are the levels that are in our mind and keeping an eye on them. Where are we going to react? That's the question in my mind. And I'm going to just simply be patient, wait. And if it's just pushing up, I'm happy because I'm getting 90 pips from the bottom right now from this area. So my one lot position is good so far. I think even if it comes down, this is the move that I'm anticipating. It could be coming down and then it could be popping up again to there, here, or here, all the way, something of that sort. That's the move that I'm anticipating if it comes down anywhere in this area and then high to back up if it's going to come from this side right now. If it is going to drop from here, it's again the same scenario that's in my mind. But in that case, you never know, it's going to continue further up to the top side because I think the move is not over yet for the bulls. Bulls are still in action. This is only the retracement that is taking place on a higher time frame because we just pushed up constantly many days. It's a constant push up that we have had. On YouTube, do you guys want me to reconnect again? Maybe that's going to help. I have increased the resolution too much and I forgot to decrease that a little bit as well. Maybe that's going to help. And the level below is here 20, 19, 20 level. Keep that in your mind, below 21. And then we have 11, 10, 11, and then 1800 obviously. These are the levels that I see on the bottom based on the structure. All right, let me reconnect and then we take it from there, no worries. Right now, guys, I see some rejection again, but it has to make lower lows. Those who are on here with me, Zoom, they're connected. You stay here, and then we'll reconnect.